Okay, I'm live, although this application really doesn't work as it should because I cannot connect directly to YouTube, so I can't really change the name of the video in regards of Gabe and Parler, and so I guess I'll just use it for testing and look at how the settings are working, and see how that goes. So yeah, it says live stream test and all that, but I'm not sure if I can change. Okay, maybe I can.
Okay.
There we go. Maybe we can actually go into the live stream and yeah. Okay, we'll just call it testing Gabe and Parler and some info on things. Yeah. Live stream on just on some words. Well, just live stream, just some words. There we go. Let's try to. Testing Gab and chat. And some info on things. Okay. So there we go. So I've gone into this Gap, and apparently so I can do that. I don't know why the application, there's so many things why, because programmers are just, I don't, just incredible how they can make applications. They're so focused on on advertising and all that nonsense instead of actually just user functionality and all that. And so, for example, in regards of live, there's no way of setting up. That might be one of the reasons why it's giving me so many issues actually connecting to my old account, and which is still working, but I'm not allowed to make a new YouTube according to them and all that after they banned my first, which of course is utter nonsense anyway, because they never gave me a strike or anything. I just banned for hate speech and all that. When I actually began to have people beginning to apparently someone probably most likely didn't like my messages and probably reported me for hate speech and whatever. And YouTube, of course, just never giving me a single strike. Just of course we know what is happening behind these companies. You can see these videos where employers behind these big platforms and just deleting things. Oh, this is good. Oh, it's just so good. Yeah, it looks like water, right? Just clean water, right? But there's some yummy. There's some cinnamon in it, cinnamon oil, and that's just yummy. Although I've tried different oils yesterday, and I'm a little struck and all that. But just trying to get some more experience with. Yeah. And we have the other one over here in regards of Gap, and Fetty is also running Gap. Apparently they banned Gap for a short time, and then found out that they didn't think that the programmer didn't think that he should have it should be up to the user, which of course it should. But a lot of the applications out there has banned Gap. They say there's a lot of Nazis and all that, but mostly I just see, I guess US right wingers, pretty much. Of course, Nazism, of course, links to Roman Catholicism and all that. But anyway, I don't really have much talk with Nazis. I've had a little talk with a Nazi but that was pretty much, besides that, there's not really, and of course they need the good news as well about Jesus Christ and the truth and all that. Anyway, so we have Gap, Fetty there's a lot of things, I read an article on on Mastodon and their thing and all that, and I can be censored from that platform very easily apparently. because they don't allow speaking. You know, it's interesting because if you actually look at images and all that, what is being promoted, a lot of, you know, pedophilia. No, not pedophilia. What do you call it? Lots of LGBT movement being promoted on that platform. If you just, you know, it just seems like you're hitting into it here and there, and like going into images, and you have this elephant of this and what all. Foundation of Gab actually sounds pretty good. The same thing as Parler, in regards of you know, removing all the pornographic bullshit and all that, because we don't want that. And yet others are saying, oh, but it should be, you know, what? You know, there's just it's just a madhouse. This world is a madhouse. I've no, you know, it's incredible how people can actually believe these things, that oh, it's okay to with porn and all that, but you know, if someone, you know, don't want porn on their platform, they are now on porn, so that's bad. How can anyone have that understanding, or I guess lack of understanding? How can they be so depraved? And but you know, it's just this world is just lost sanity on so many levels. But yeah, let's Fedilab, Gab, whatever. I'll just close the thing here down and let's go in. And I have two profiles. I have the one on Librum 1, which I found out maybe I should actually take the other application, because I might be more, you know, we have so many things, applications and this and that and all that. We have Syria Watch. And this is actually one of the things that I have a problem with the Mastodon. I think it's called the Mastodon thing that all the servers is based on and all that. But of course, Gab is not allowed into the, well, not of course, but you know, they are not allowed into the Mastodon thing, because they are not in agreement with the covenant of the Mastodon network. So they, you know, you can see an article in regards of all the people banning them and all that, and what their covenant is. But this is one of the problems that I have with the Mastodon server, and I've seen it on Librum 1, and I've seen it on Gab as well. And what happens is that it goes, you know, it breaks the images. Let's see if we can, you know. So he has 400. I'm just woken up. 400, and here we see an image at least that is still active. So this is something called Syria. What do you call it? I can't even say it. Watch, and this was one of the guys that actually added me to on my Librum 1. So that was the Gab users could, you know, apparently get to me at some point, at least, because I have 3 Gab users. I have 14 users overall that followed my user, and some of them are just bots and all that. So that's not really that many. And three of the people that actually I think are real people and not bots and all that actually came from Gab. So apparently Gab at some point could access Librum 1. Here we go with an image, and there's still some images here that still works and all that. Muslims win majority and Muslims win minority and all that. You know, so that's a lot of images of that kind, but that's not what I'm focusing on here. The thing is that when you go down in the images, they are not there anymore. And so, you know, that's, you know, if you are going to add an image to your account and all that, you don't want to have it deleted, do you? So this is one of the biggie things where I'm looking at this Mastodon thing and all that, and thinking this is nonsense, you know. Why would you be on a platform that automatically deletes your images, you know? That just doesn't make sense, you know. As you can see, it's just, you know, different colors of and nothing. Just all those images that guy have added. And I don't, you know, we're not talking about the material of the things here. We're just talking about that a person using time adding images to his, you know, account, and what happens is that all the images are now gone. Now I had added 4 images to my